Hello all, welcome to the next part of the video on objective questions to crack competitive exams. Let's directly get into the video. The first question is, a Zener diode in the circuit shown in the figure has a knee current of 5 milliamp and the maximum allowed power dissipation of 300 milliwatt. What are the minimum and maximum load current that can be drawn safely from the circuit keeping the output voltage V0 constant at 6 volt? Okay, so in the given problem, the knee current is given as 5 milliamp. What is this knee current? It is a current flowing through the Zener diode at the knee voltage. Knee voltage is the minimum voltage of the Zener diode. So the minimum current of the Zener diode is the knee current, that is given as a 5 milliamps. Okay, so the question asked is, we have to find out the minimum and maximum load current. To find that, we have to first find the input current flowing through the circuit. Okay, so the input current is nothing but 9 minus 6 divided by 50. It is equal to 60 milliamps. Given the power dissipation through the Zener as 300 milliwatt. Okay, the power dissipation is equal to the current, maximum current flowing through the Zener into the voltage. So we can find I is at max through this formula, that is I is at max is equal to 50 milliamp. Okay, so we had find out the input current and the maximum current flowing through the Zener. So in the question it is given the minimum current flowing through the Zener. From that we can able to find the minimum and maximum load current. So the load current, minimum load current will be equal to the input current minus the maximum Zener current. Okay, it is equal to what? 60 minus 50 equal to 10 milliamps. So the minimum load current is 10 milliamp. The maximum load current will be equal to input current minus minimum Zener current. So it is equal to what? 60 minus 555 milliamps. So the minimum load current is 10 milliamp and the maximum load current is 55 milliamps. The next question is the output voltage V0 of the circuit shown in the figure. So we can keep that this point as voltage at this point as VA and this point as VB. So by virtual short concept we can say that VA equal to VB. Okay, now we can find the voltage at point VB as V0 into 10 divided by 10 plus 100. That is by applying the voltage divider rule here. Okay, so it will be equal to what? V0 divided by 11. So VB is equal to V0 divided by 11. And when we apply KCL at this point, we can write VA minus 2 divided by 5K plus VA minus V0 divided by 10K equal to 0. Otherwise, we can substitute VA equal to V0 by 11 because here VA equal to VB. So V0 by 11 minus 2 divided by 5 plus V0 by 11 minus V0 divided by 10 equal to 0. When you simplify this equation, you will get V0 equal to minus 5.5 volt. This is the answer for this question. Next question is, an N-channel JFET has IDSS equal to 2 milliamps and VP equal to minus 4 volt. Its transconductance in millisiemens for an applied gate to source voltage VGS is. Okay, so here the IDSS is nothing but the drain saturation current and VP is the pinch off voltage. We have the direct formula to find the transconductance GM. GM is nothing but GMO into 1 minus VGS by VP. Okay, here VGS is given, VP is given, GMO is we have to find out. GMO is nothing but the maximum transconductance. Maximum transconductance. So we have a formula to find GMO. It is equal to what? 2 IDSS divided by magnitude of VP. So we have IDSS and VP value. So directly we can find GMO. So it is 1 milliamp. When you substitute GMO equal to 1 milliamp in the given formula, we will get GM equal to 0.5 millisiemens. This is the answer for this question. The next question is, an amplifier has an open loop gain of 100, an input impedance of 1 kilo ohm and an output impedance of 100 ohm. A feedback network with a feedback factor of 0.99 is connected to the amplifier in a voltage series feedback mode. The new input and output impedance are. So it is given that it is connected in the voltage series feedback mode. Okay. So given the gain is equal to 100 and Zi equal to 1 kilo ohm, Z naught equal to 100 ohm. The feedback factor, it is represented as beta equal to 0.99. So the given feedback mode is a voltage series. So the input impedance increases and the output impedance decreases. That is, after feedback, the input impedance will be Zi into 1 plus A beta and output impedance will be Z naught F equal to Z naught divided by 1 plus A beta. Substitute the given values in this equation. So you will get ZIF equal to 100 kilo ohm and ZOF will be equal to 1 ohm. So this is the answer for this question. The next question is, a DC power supply has a no load voltage of 30 volt and a full load voltage of 25 volt. At a full load current of 1 amps, its output resistance and load regulation are. So the given voltage at no load equal to 30 volt and voltage at the full load is 25 volt and the current at full load equal to 1 amps. The voltage regulation is represented as, there is a load regulation. Load regulation is equal to no load minus full load divided by no load into 100. Okay, so it is equal to 30 minus 25 divided by 30 into 100. We will get 16.7 percentage. This is the load regulation. How we can find the output resistance? It is given that current at the full load condition is 1 amp. So we have to take the voltage at the full load condition to find the output resistance. That is voltage full load divided by current full load is the output resistance. We will get 25 divided by 1, 25 ohm. The next question is, in the given circuit, assume that the transistor is in active region. It has a large beta and its base emitter voltage is 0.7. The value of IC here is. So we have to find the collector current in the given circuit. So if we have RC, we can directly find the IC value, but it is not given. So we have to find in the other way. So the key point given here is a beta is large. So beta equal to, it is equal to what? IC divided by IB. Okay. So we can take beta is, since beta is very large, we can say that IB is very minimum. Okay, IB is very minimum. And also we know that IE equal to IC plus IB. Since IB is a very minimum, we can say that IE is equal to IC. So we have to find out IE to find the IC. Okay. So this, let this point be B, that is the base voltage. So how we can find the voltage at B? We can apply the voltage divider rule here. That is, VB is equal to what? 15 into 5 divided by 10 plus 5. So VB equal to 5 volt. Okay, already VB is given. It is equal to what? 0.7 volt. So from this we can find the emitter voltage. So the emitter voltage VE equal to VB minus VBE. So it is 5 minus 0.7, 4.3 volt. Okay. So we have emitter voltage and here the emitter resistance is also there. So directly we can find the emitter current, IE equal to VE divided by RE equal to 4.3 volt divided by 430 ohm, which is equal to 10 milliamps. So we had found IE equal to 10 milliamps. So we can say that IC is approximately equal to 10 milliamps. Okay. So we will see more problems in our upcoming videos. Till then, please stay connected.